Little Rock, Arkansas. Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders on Tuesday approved a revision to the state's penal codes that would remove the right to parole for certain violent crimes. The Republic's governor signed into law requiring that anyone convicted of 18 violent crimes, including fatal and rape, serve 100% of their sentences. This section will come into effect next year, so it does not affect people convicted before 2024. Another part of the law, which will come into effect in 2025, will require criminals convicted of many other crimes to serve at least 85% their sentences. Violent criminals will no longer be allowed to return to the street without serious jail time, Sanders said at a bill signing ceremony at the state police headquarters. The penalty revision came as parts of Arkansas saw a spike in crime last year. Little Rock, Arkansas, capital, reported a record number of arrests last year. Republicans in some states are proposing longer prison sentences after they made harsh words against crime in last year's election. It is not yet clear how many of these proposals will become law. In Georgia, for example, only a limited number of proposals were accepted for longer sentences. Alabama lawmakers on Tuesday sent the governor a bill reducing the use of good behavior incentives to shorten prison stays. More than 2,000 state inmates are held in local prisons to alleviate the crowd. Opponents also warned that removing or restricting the right to parole would remove an incentive for inmates. "I think that will make prison a more dangerous place," Democratic Representative Andrew Collins, who voted against the measure, said in a debate last week. Sanders has called for 3,000 new prison beds to reduce overcrowding, and lawmakers have earmarked $330 million for it. Secretary Joe Profiri said the Department of Corrections plans to open 500 beds in state prisons over the next month as a temporary measure. "I'm taking every opportunity one can to get some relief for certain sheriffs and state prisons," Profiri told reporters. The new penal code will also require other offenders to serve at least 25% or 50% of their sentences. The law does not explain how offenses will fall below each of these minimums. Instead, they will be determined at a table created by the State Criminal Commission and approved the Legislative Council. According to an estimate from State Criminal Commission, changes are expected to cost state more than $163 million over a 10-year period due increase in prison population. Sanders also signed into law on Tuesday creating an aggravated by birth charge for someone giving fentanyl to another person who from taking the drug. If convicted, the person will face 20 to 60 years or life imprisonment.